on him!
Welcome to Fish North Georgia the Guide. Here's Joshua Little.
Hey guys, Joshua Little here with Fish North Georgia the Guide. Wanted to give you a recap from Lake Lanier last week. We're in the second week of June. We get out there first thing in the morning. Water temps around 78 degrees, 79 degrees, and water clarity was around 2 to 4 foot, just in certain areas. We put in at the Charleston boat ramp. For me, it's kind of there's a little bit of everything there that you could fish. You've got the bridge, you've got rock, you've got some boat docks, you've got some deeper pockets, and then also you've got the main lake. It just gives you a wide variety of what you want to fish, different structures in a smaller area, especially for me in a kayak. It just makes it a little bit easier. Started the morning off throwing topwater, and I was throwing a Sammy, and this is the killer shad that you can only buy from Fish North Georgia. It's on their website under custom baits. And this is an RW killer shad 4-inch Sammy, and started the morning throwing up against banks, working off the banks. Right around that, as soon as you put in the boat ramp, right around the general area, wouldn't have any blow-ups immediately. As soon as we started getting closer to rock structure, I had a blow-up that missed, and that rock structure was pretty close to the boat docks. So I made my way back to the backside of the boat docks, fishing more or less directly behind the boat dock itself. You've got two cables, one in each post, running out to the banks. And then you've got the actual ramp to walk down to the boat dock right in the center. So I would get as close as I could to the cable, cast over the cable or under the cable, depending on the height of it, up underneath the ramp itself, and that's generally when I'd get my blow-up. I had 6 really good blow-ups right at the boat ramp. As soon as we'd hit the water, they would smack it. As you work the bait back to the boat, they would chase it back. They wouldn't strike it, but you could actually see them. There would probably be anywhere from 4 to about 8 fish chasing the bait back. And they were all fairly decent sized spotted bass. Each strike, they would hit it and just kind of kick it up out of the water. I think it was just a kind of a luck thing that they didn't get hit by it. I look at the treble hooks wrong and I get hooked. So I know for a fish to be able to smack it, the fish has got to have some luck with them. But we continued that way. I threw a spinnerbait a little bit, threw a chatterbait, threw a crankbait, little 1.5, that 3 to 5 range and 3 to 5 foot range, just to see if there was anything up on the banks in the morning. Didn't have any luck. And as the day progressed, of course, getting a little bit hotter. It was about noon. We started making our way back to the ramp, and my idea was we'll work the same areas, just I'm going to slow it down a little bit. So what I ended up doing was I switched up to a wacky rig, and this is just your normal Cinco, green pumpkin, black flake. This is a 1/0 EWG finesse hook, and it's thrown on a medium heavy spinning reel, 25-pound braid with a 12-pound leader. I run my leader about 3 to 5 foot long, and that seemed to be when I started to catch the fish. Throw it at the back of the dock, let it fall, hit the ground, and wait for it, and you would actually see the line start to move a little bit, set the hook. Now those fish were smaller fish, nothing big. So as we continued back to the boat ramp, looking for fallen structure, there's a good tree that I like to fish anytime I'm out there. Went over to the tree, tossed to the front side of the tree, let it hit, the line took off, and it was a good 1.5 pound spot, so it was pretty good size. Caught 2 more doing the same thing, throwing up on the bank right next to any type of fallen tree or log. That was the ticket. It had to be a log or a tree. Rocks up on the bank, they weren't holding for some reason. One of the other fish that I've caught or I missed was in the exact same tree, throwing it up, let it fall to the bottom, and that was kind of the thing, is don't cast it up there and let it start to sink and then pull it. Cast it up there, let it sink all the way down to the bottom of that tree, and give it a second on the bottom. Let it sit there. The fish picks it up, set the hook, and more or less the fight's on. With this fish, it was one of the bigger fish of the day. it gets up and it wrapped itself around the tree, and it trying to get closer to it to pull it out of the tree, and just managed to break it off. But that was kind of the highlight in the sense of where we found the fish and how we found the fish. Take your time, slow it down. I threw a shaky head. I didn't have any luck with a shaky head. I'm not saying that you won't. I threw the wacky. It's going to catch fish. It does. It's probably one of the most diverse ways to catch a fish. Any water, does not matter. I generally like to keep it kind of basic, so I'll throw the green pumpkin with a black flake. Medium heavy spinning reel, that's my choice. You can throw on a medium if you'd like to, if you like using a bait caster, either way. Really light line, that 8 to 12 pound, that's what I like to use. 12 pound generally if I'm going to toss around any type of structure. But thank you guys for checking out Fish North Georgia. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the guide here at Fish North Georgia. Our mission is to build a community of anglers to give you the best and latest information to make your day on the water more successful. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, click the bell so you'll be notified of any future content. Make sure you check us out at fishnorthgeorgia.com, where we carry a large variety of bait manufacturers from here in the North Georgia area. So we appreciate you being part of our community, and we'll see you soon.